The R6 set was specifically designed for use against bombers. Consisting of two 8-inch rocket projectors mounted underneath the wings, it was used to great effect against the American B-17 flying fortresses.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Heavy Metal Diecast video, and don't forget, if you like this one, throw us a bit of a like if you can spare the time to do that, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and that way you can be kept up to date with all the cool diecast videos we do put out. And speaking of cool, we've got ourselves a cool Focke-Wulf 190 here, and it is an A7 R6, of course. It is, of course, from Hobby Master, and it's 1/48 scale, so we're going to hopefully see some really good detail here. And this particular one is from a Jagdgruppe 10, second Staffel, and it is the Schlangenschwarm, this swarm of snakes. We'll get to that in a moment when we get to see some of this beautiful paint on this aircraft. Now, this particular aircraft was based at Parchim in Germany in 1944. This was a special unit used against Allied bomber formations. They were equipped with the Werfer 21 rocket launcher, or the WG-21, and these were based on the Werfer rocket system that the Wehrmacht used. These rockets enabled the fighter to attack from a bit of a safer distance away from that combat box that the bomber formations would fly in. Although not the most accurate, the explosive effect of the rocket in bomber formations would often split their formation, leaving bombers more vulnerable to more conventional machine gun and cannon attacks, of course. And as I said, we're going to have a little look at this and check out that. As you can see, when I mentioned the snakes, it's got a massive snake along the fuselage there. That does look pretty cool, and it is sitting there nicely in the box. It does have some detail in the flap, of course, as per usual with these Hobby Master ones, but it is no good in the box. So what we'll do is we'll get this little Fokker out of the box and have a real good look at it. All right, with the 190 out of the box, it does come with a normal Hobby Master stand, of course. We'll get this lid off, of course, and it does come with a little baggie. It does have the drop tank and extended landing gear in that one. And of course it does have another little baggie that does have the wheels up and a little pilot. So that's pretty cool. You get a little pilot to chuck in here, and of course the aircraft itself. We'll grab that out. We will move this out of the way and have a real good look at this aircraft. It does look fantastic. Check that out. Look at those details. That is absolutely awesome. It does have the nice markings on the side. So we got red 8 here, and there is that snake. How absolutely cool is that? That does look fantastic. There's some really nice details on the wings. The paint application is absolutely spot on, as per usual. That looks great. Check out the hat. Yeah, that is cool. Definitely cool. The swarm of snakes. So I think there was the whole group was, I think, had snakes painted on the aircraft, hence the name that they were called, the swarm of snakes. So I think that's the deal with that. But I reckon the overall finish on this aircraft is fantastic. It does look great. That is absolutely killer. If you like spinning your propellers, you'll be happy that one does spin very nicely indeed. And there are those rockets there. The detail on those is fantastic. We'll have a little look underneath and look at them properly. That does look great. It's got some nice colours in the wheel wells. Identification yellow there underneath that cowl there at the front. Underneath that big old radial engine. That looks awesome. Very nice. Oh, we do have it turned upside down. So what we'll do is we will put some landing gear options on this, of course, and come right back so you can check it out a bit more complete. All right, here we have the old butcher bird set up for in-flight, of course, and very straightforward. This thing looks tough. It looks fantastic. I love it. I really enjoy this one for sure. Very straightforward process. You just put that little aerial in the hole there. You push that in. Of course, there is the two gear bay doors that you just put into the wheel wells, and they just push in. Of course, you've got your central ordnance, so that drop tank there that you just put in straight in there, of course, very straightforward. There is the tail wheel in the retracted position, And that is metal as well, so you can push on that very hard to put it into place without worrying about breaking it. And of course, that is, ready in flight, ready to display. And of course, when you display yours in flight, you of course need to put it on the stand, don't you? Well, my friends, the stand, that is the stand, goes there. So to display this on the stand, you need to pull the drop tank off so you can put it in the in-flight position and on the stand if you want to display it like that, because that's where it goes. But, that's the way it is. Unfortunately, with some of these models, you do have to take that little bit of ordnance off or a fuel tanks off, and just so you can display it on the stand, which is a little bit annoying at times, but that's just the way it is. But this is still an absolute killer model. I really do like this one a lot. It is a 1/48 scale, of course, being that extra detail that you can see, that paint. It just looks fantastic. I'm really stoked about this one. But it is not the way I display mine, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in gear down. So what we'll do is we'll quickly nick off and do that right now, and we'll be back in a second. All right, here we have this Schlangenschwarm FW190 all set up, gear down. Very straightforward. You just put the module on either side for the main landing gear, and that is it. And then, of course, you put your extended tail wheel straight in there. This one's metal as well, and that is job done. That is everything you need to do. And it does come up, fantastic. Looks absolutely great. This is definitely a nice looking unit, and I am definitely pretty happy with this. The cockpit does slide backwards, so you can see some fantastic detail in there. If we can get some light to shine in there, of course. It is kind of hard to get some detail in there, but there is a little bit of gauge detail and everything in there. I'll try and take some photos of that so you can check that out in the photos at the end of the video, and you can see that in a bit more clearer detail. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty cool unit. We will put this on the deck, of course, and wind this video up for you. And I reckon it's excellent. All right, we'll zoom in a fraction for you, of course, and wind this video up. Look, actually, to be honest, the only negative thing I'd probably say about this particular model is that landing gear actually feels like real Focke-Wulf landing gear. It does feel a little bit weak and flimsy, so when you are assembling it, you've just got to be careful you don't hulk it and actually snap any of the components, because it does tend to feel a little bit fragile, because the main landing gear is plastic, unlike the tail wheels, which are all metal. If these were metal, you wouldn't have too much of a drama though. But I reckon this is another pretty cool looking unit, and who doesn't like our little Focke-Wulf 190? And this, of course, is the one from Jagdgruppe 10, second Staffel, as flown by a Feldwebel Hartkopf from the Schlangenschwarm, swarm of snakes. And this is the A7R6 that does have those WG-21 rockets and under the wings there, and they were a very, very formidable accessory to these aircraft. All right, as I said earlier also, if you like it, give us one of those. If you feel like subscribing, do that as well. I'll wind this video up. I'll take some photos of this little Fokker and chuck them on at the conclusion of the video at the end. Then you can check it out without seeing my fat ass fingers around, and you can check it out in a bit more detail, of course. And once again, thank you very much for spending your valuable time checking out another one of my videos. I really do appreciate it, guys. All right, well, you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, guys.